home, Tiber.
Crikey, kid, I'm glad to see you.
Besides, you haven't changed a bit.
And you sure look fine.
Where is everybody?
Well, you see, son, the old town's dead. Instead of going ahead, keeps going backwards. Everybody's walking around deader doornails and don't know it. Right at this time, they're all having their siesta.
Don't mean the town. Where's my aunt? And Helen, the girl next door.
Well, after your aunt died.
Died?
Yes, a year ago.
My uncle, where's he?
You see, he claimed he owned that property you gave her and sold it for practically nothing. Spent the money boozing and got run out of town.
But Helen, she's here.
No, she got married and went east.
If I'd known that, I'd stayed over there.
Oh, them that can forget you that easy ain't worth nothing nohow. Come on, let's get home.
Home?
Sure. You're living with me.
Thanks, old-timer, but...
No buts. Now listen, son. Your pa and me was pals. He saved my life and got killed doing it. I ain't forgetting that. And I always figured if I could do something for his boy, it'd sure make me plumb happy.
Oh, well, if that's the way you feel about it...
Oh, come on.
Where's my horse, boy?
Stableman owns it now, but I reckon you can buy him back.
Well, I'm here ain't Nellie.
Yes, sirree. She ain't as shiny as she was when you left, but by cracky, she sure does her stuff. Get in.
Contact.
Eh?
Oh, turn it over.
Hang on, son. Take you through the only walking graveyard in the West.
Boy. Well, boy, you old son of a gun. Hello, Hank.
Oh, you're back from the war, eh?
Yep.
And I'm sorry, but I sold your horse.
Sold him?
Yeah.
I'd like to buy him back.
He ain't for sale.
You don't need spurs with him, mister.
How do you know what I need?
Well, you see, I broke him when he was a colt.
Yeah? Well, I'm a-breaking him now.
You might have waited a while.
How did I know when you was coming back?
All right, son. Twister, we're going home. I got your clothes and everything right there. mine we're going to was found by your pop and me. Ain't been worked much, but sure looks promising. Tell me, you do much scrapping over there?
Nope. I just got started when they called everything off.
Yeah? Well, I read the papers. And if you did what you done just getting started, what did you did if you got on your way? That's some new feller carrying passengers to Chinko since he stopped the stage.
Yeah?
Once in a while, he carries the payroll.
When'd he start?
Oh, a couple of weeks ago. Well, we better get going. We'll camp at Coyote Springs tonight.
We ought to make it just about sundown.
Yeah.
Say he takes the Beaumont payroll every month?
So Burns says.
Well, Burns ought to know. He sells him his gas. Say, if Burns should short measure him sometime on his gas, he'd be forced to land in the desert.
He sure would. Hey, that idea is worth figuring out.
It ain't much good to drink, but it'll help cool Nellie off.
Hi!
What is it, son?
Come here. We've got to watch for her, Si. Strange, isn't it? Your names are almost alike.
Let me see that button.
Today is the 5th. On the 8th, he's taking $10,000 in currency to pay off that Rock Creek Dam crew.
Got it figured out to the foot. I'll give him just enough gas to put him over Gopher Flats. He'll have to make a forced landing right there.
And we'll be waiting for him, too.
Don't forget Nellie's gas reserve.
I got it right here. There's the bacon, son. 4,000 if there's a cent.
And the deeper we go, the better she gets. First thing I'm gonna do is buy my horse back. Si.
You bet.
Well, I guess we're all loaded.
All set.
Now, 40, 45 gallons will fill her up, Burns, and check her over good.
Sure, I'll check everything.
Are you Mr. Gregg?
Yes,
Do you take passengers to Chinco?
sometimes.
Well, I'm to meet my uncle, Cy Helner, there. And they tell me the stage has stopped running. May I go with you?
Sure. Now, what is your name?
June Collins.
June Collins. Sure is a pretty name. Well, let's go.
Everything's all set, Greg.
Okay, Burns, were you ever up before?
No, sir.
Better put on this helmet and goggles. Gets pretty windy up there sometimes.
Oh, thanks.
All clear?
All clear.
Contact.
Hi
There goes the payroll.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Something's wrong, Si. She's cutting out. He's coming down, Si. He might crack up. Get a canteen.
Burns had it figured to a dot. Here he comes, right in our midst.
two of them.
We'll shoot first and count them afterwards.
What's the trouble?
I don't know. I can't figure this out.
No!
It's a woman.
Come on, let's get the door and get out of here. No telling how many's are coming. We mustn't be seen. Come on.
Why, I know him, Si. He's a buddy of mine. Come on, Buck. Snap out of this, fella. He's shot, Si. Give me that water.
Hey, son, look. I wonder who they are.
I don't know, but one of them's riding my horse. I'd know him anytime. And here's what they were after, but I can't understand what brought him down. He's out of gas, Si. Get that reserve tank and I'll fly him in. Are you hurt, miss? What happened?
There was two of them. They shot Mr. Gregg and... Oh, my shoulder.
Hi. She was flying with Buck. She's wounded, too. We've got to get them both up front.
That wouldn't happen again in 100 years.
Rotten luck, Ken.
We'll sneak into town and drift into the saloon unnoticed. Remember, we've been there all day.
You're right. Come on, let's go.
Meet me in town as soon as you can. Hold on to that wing, Si.
I deposited the dust in the bank. How's your buddy and the girl?
Doc says Buck has a 50-50 chance. The girl will be up in a day or so. Guess who she is?
I ain't slightest idea.
June Collins, the niece of that man we found on the desert. She's been crying and asking for her uncle.
I'd sure like to meet the skunk that killed him.
We can't tell her the truth. She's alone and depending entirely on him. She needs him now more than ever.
Well, what can we do?
There's only one thing, Si. No one will know the difference. You've got to take his place.
Me? Oh, shucks. I ain't even ever been a father. I ain't no fit person to be uncle to nobody.
Si, you've got to do it. If you could see her crying in there, you would change your mind. Your names are so near alike, all you'd have to do is add an end to it.
Well, I've been called about everything but uncle, so here it goes. Where can I wash up?
Oh, you're just right. Come on.
Well, I hope I don't mess things up.
I'm sure they'll find him, Miss Collins.
I found your uncle, Miss Collins.
Oh, Uncle Si, I'm so glad you've come.
Don't try to talk now, honey.
Oh, but it's good to see you. You've been so good to me all these years, and I can't wait until I can repay you.
Why, just having you with me is pay enough.
Oh, but I'm going to keep house for you. It'll be lots of fun, and I'm a good cook.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I reckon we can handle a few good meals.
We?
Sure. Ted and me. You see, we're buddies.
Ted?
Yes, Ted Garner. Oh, I reckon you'd know him better as Gat Garner. Why, he's one of the finest flyers.
Oh, sure. I've seen your picture.
Certainly you have. Everybody's seen it. He's the greatest deuce ace.
Now, wait a minute, Si. You see, Miss Collins, your uncle has a habit of exaggerating everything.
Pardon me, but the sheriff is here and wants to see you both.
You must get some sleep, honey. We'll see you tonight.
All right, Uncle Si.
Boy, oh boy, ain't she sweet?
Si, did you ever hear of love at first sight?
No. But if I look like you do, we both got it. Miss Ted Garner.
Howdy, Sheriff.
How do you do, young fella? I used to know your dad.
How you feeling, Buck?
Not so bad, Cap.
Greg was just telling me what happened on the desert.
I've been trying to figure it out. And there's only one way they could have forced Buck right where they were waiting. They figured out his flying time and gave him just enough gas to get there.
Come to think, Cap, Burns quizzed me several times what mileage I was getting.
That about proves it. It was all a frame-up. I've got an idea, Sheriff, if you'll okay it. And we'll get the whole bunch red-handed.
Well, what is your idea, Garner?
You send out the report that Buck died without regaining consciousness. Tell him the girl didn't hear or see a thing. I'll eventually take over Buck's route. And we'll let the report leak out to Burns that I'm carrying a large sum of money. They'll try and get me the same way they got Buck. Only this time, you'll be there waiting for him.
Sounds very good to me. But we'll have to work this thing up in detail. Now, the first thing is...
Hello, Garner.
Howdy.
Hello, pal.
Hello.
How's that air pilot you brought in? He's dead.
Did he ever come to?
No, they didn't get a word out of him.
And the girl?
I think she'll be all right.
Didn't she see anything?
Not a thing. After she got a slug in the shoulder, she fainted. Si and I searched all around and couldn't even find tracks.
What's the sheriff think about that?
He thinks it must have been some enemy of Greg's that signaled him to land and then shot him. Couldn't have been robbery. The payroll wasn't even touched.
Take a hand, Garner?
Sure, for a while.
Sit in. Let me get this straight. I'm putting up my horse on the outfit. Again, you're winning.
Fair enough. But I'm calling for a new deck.
Right? Barkeep, bring us a new deck of cards. Eye for deal. I went. How many you want?
Give me 3.
3 to you. 2 to me.
Three jacks.
3 queens.
And a pair of deuces.
Well, I suppose you want a bill of sale. I'm glad to get rid of him. He can't run anyway.
He used to beat everything around here.
I got $500 that says that my black can outrun him.
Give me 2 weeks to get him in condition, and I'll take that bet.
And did he really say all that?
Why, you ain't heard the half of it. Why, he said that all the rosies he'd ever seen wasn't half as pretty as you are. And then he said that all the stars in the skies couldn't sparkle like your eyes.
Hello, folks. How are you feeling tonight, Miss Collins?
Much better, thank you, Mr. Gardner.
You know, Uncle Si's been telling me all about you,
Yeah?
and he told me some of the nice things you... I think I'm going to like you, Jack Garner.
I hope so.
Jumping Jehoshaphat, it's 9:45. Come on, son, we just got to get going. Now, you get a good night's rest. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, Uncle Si.
Good night, honey.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, Joan.
You know, if they'd pull out some nails and put on shoes, maybe he'd run.
Where's the saddle blanket?
Hanging up in the last bedroom with Kincaid's clothes.
Hi.
I think I got it with me. Kincaid, that dirty rat.
can't do anything now. It'll tip our mitt. We'll have to wait and get them all together.
Gee, Uncle Si, that's a cute house you gave me.
Listen, Doodle, we can get a better one. I'll see you in town.
All right.
This will do the trick. The handle's pretty lead.
Why, Get Carter's going to win. I see you made it.
Hello, Goner.
How are you?
Well, who's going to hold the stakes?
Makes no difference to me. Here's my money.
Well, why not let the little lady hold it?
Fair enough.
Oh, you better not trust me with so much money.
Well, we start.
Yeah, listen. You're going to start over here. Going to stay on the... And you're going to finish the gate over yonder.
Well, let's get started.
All right.
Good luck.
I enjoy like a nice horse. We used to have them every year up there. Start.
Honey, you better let me carry that purse. Somebody might try and get it.
Oh, sure. I wish you would, Uncle Si.
Black's ahead.
June, you meet me at the blacksmith shop. I'm going to get my horse there.
All right, Dad.
Don't let it worry you, Ken. We got the dough anyway.
You have.
Oh, Burns! Are you still running the gas station?
Yeah. Why?
Well, I'm taking over Greg's route. Don't tell anyone, but I'm carrying the monthly payroll.
Yeah? When do you start?
The first of the week. You keep that quiet.
Sure. I won't tell nothing.
All right, Burns. If it wasn't for spoiling our plans, I'd even things up with Kincaid right now. He blackjacked me during the race. Feel this lemon.
That ain't all he tried to do. I got something to tell you. Let's get out of here.
Start.
First of the week.
Good. We can do the job right over again. They don't suspect nothing. Where's the dough?
They don't even know they haven't got it.
Well,
Gone.
gone.
I put the money in that pocket and nobody saw me do it. But this wasn't there when I left it.
Where'd this come from?
I tell you, it wasn't there when I left the money.
Don't lie to me. It couldn't get here by itself.
Wait a minute, Kincaid. Blake's telling the truth. I saw him when he come in here.
I'm on the level, Ken. I put that money in that pocket. No sense in us arguing, you know, with this new deal coming up.
Maybe you're right. But it's mighty strange. I lost this way out in the middle of the desert.
And if things work out the way I planned, well, someday. Here comes the sheriff.
Oh, someone always comes at the wrong time.
Well, you see, he's going to make me a deputy. I'm carrying a large sum of money tomorrow.
You'll be careful, won't you?
For you, always.
Oh, I love you so much.
Sure you do. I knowed it all the time.
Oh, Uncle Si, you know everything.
Yep, I'm one of them walking centipedias, or what you call them. Hi there, Sheriff.
Well, howdy do, Si.
Come on in.
Howdy, young fella.
All right. How are you, Sheriff?
Oh, can't complain much. Well, everything ready for tomorrow?
Everything. I gave Burns an earful. He thinks I'm carrying 20,000.
Well, suppose I might as well swear you fellas in. There's your badge. There's yours, Si. Now,
Late tomorrow afternoon.
20,000, did you say? Good. We'll be waiting.
Leaving the country, Kincaid?
No, just buying some cattle over in the hills.
Hello, Fred.
hello, boys.
Where's Kincaid going?
I don't know. He drawed out all his money, said he was going to buy some cattle in the hills.
Money? I didn't know he had any.
Yes, brought in 8,000 in dust about 7 months ago.
We better be leaving now. We don't want to run the horses, and it'll take some little time to get there.
Right.
Why, where you going, June?
Well, you said you'd be gone all day, so I thought I'd go for a little ride.
Don't go too far in the desert, kid.
Get back before dark.
All right, I will.
But be careful now.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Be sure the deputy brings my horse.
I'll tend to it. The sheriff will ride out with me. Be careful, kid.
I will, Dad. And don't forget to watch your own step.
Hey, I can do that.
What are you doing out here?
I was just taking a ride.
It wouldn't be a bad idea to have her with us. If he should use a gun, he'd never shoot her.
You're right, Ken.
So you'll finish your ride with her.
Fill her up, Burns.
All right, Joyner.
You're murdering him, Burns, just like you murdered me.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. It was Kincaid and Blake.
That's what we wanted to know.
Get back there, Burns. You're going for a ride.
Don't do this to me, Garner. They'll shoot me without a...
Without a fighting chance. Just like they did Greg. Like you know they'll shoot me. You're gonna take your medicine, Burns. You prescribed it. Now get up there.
That's darn funny. Nellie never done anything like that before. Give her another twist, Sheriff.
All right. Here goes. All set, Jeff?
All set.
Well, look.
Twist her again, Sheriff. We gotta hurry.
All right. Hey, come. I wouldn't have that darn thing if you're... Give it to me.
Here she comes, Ken. Right in our hands. It's ours this time.
There's two of them.
We'll get them both.
No, you can't do that.
Don't shoot! I'm okay, Gat. Go get him.
Kincaid! do you steer this thing?
You just twist the wheel.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Look around you, Kincaid. You ought to know this place. That's the grave of the man you killed. I'm taking his place. And I'm giving you the chance you didn't give him. Draw.
I can't stop it!
Hello. Back when I was a kid in high school, I worked all one summer for a traveling carnival. It was an experience I never forgot. I suppose that's what must have prompted me one day not long ago to stop at one. I was driving back to the city in my Kaiser after having spent a rather dull weekend in the country, when I happened to notice this particular show.
See Mademoiselle Louise. See the Queen of Terpsichore. See her special temple dance, the secret dance, performed only in the Forbidden City. Every movement of the little lady has a meaning of its own. Mademoiselle Louise knows all and shows all. Learn the secret that drove King Abanusia mad. Step right up, folks. It's a dime, 10 cents. A tenth of a dollar. Oh, no, mister, I can't address 50 cents. It's a dime, folks. Step right up. Step right up now. No delay. The show will start right away. Right this way now. Hurry, 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 hurry. Right this way, ladies and gentlemen. See. Mademoiselle Louise! A wonderful Mademoiselle Louise!
It was around 4 o'clock of a dismal, foggy afternoon. And I must have been about the only paying customer on the lot.
I make 12 points, mister. You win a prize.
And not a major league scout in sight.
Well, strictly confidentially, it's fixed, but you win a Cupid doll. Which one do you want?
Oh, how about that one?
Okay, it's all yours.
You know, I used to work in a carny one summer. They weren't so generous then.
Oh, well, the whole thing is fixed, but, we need some trade.
Hey, you aren't afraid you'll catch cold in that, are you?
Nah. In this carny, you double in brass. I do the cooch number, too.
Oh, well, that must keep you kind of busy.
Well, I hope it won't last long. My boyfriend and I got a trapeze act. I don't want to be a cooch dancer. I want to be in a big act like Hugo's. Mademoiselle Louise, queen of the high wire.
Louise!
Oh, the boss.
Uh-huh.
What is it, Colonel?
Where's Tex?
I don't know. I haven't seen him for a couple of hours.
Where'd he go?
Well, the last time I saw him, he was walking across the street with Amy Muller.
He went over to the tavern with her? Well, I warned him. He's really in for it now.
My ears are burning, Colonel.
Tex, where the devil you been?
Around why?
I'll tell you why.
Murder? I don't believe it.
Keep them out shut.
Oh, excuse me, Colonel, but I couldn't help overhearing.
What do you want? I've got enough on my mind without having interference from outsiders. Now get off the lot.
Well, just a minute, Colonel. You heard him blow. Well, at least let me introduce myself. I'm Ellery Queen. My father's Inspector Queen of the New York Police Department.
Listen, mister, when the colonel tells you to get off the lot, he means get off the lot.
Wait a minute. Inspector Queen, eh?
I know how carnivals feel about getting in trouble with the local law. If there's been a murder, I might be able to help.
Yeah, you might at that.
Who is it, Colonel? Who's been killed?
Well, I suppose I might as well tell you. It'll be all over the lot anyhow. Amy Muller.
Oh, no. Does Hugo know?
He's with the body. Him and the sheriff.
Poor Hugo.
Say, why'd she run off like that?
I don't understand that dame. She keeps to herself too much.
Must be hard with you around.
How was Amy killed, Colonel?
Lydia found her, hanging from a ridgepole after the afternoon show. The sheriff's cutting her down now. The sheriff says he wants to see you.
Me? Why me?
He'll tell you. Come on, Valentino.
You mind if I join you, gentlemen?
Well, that'll be up to the local sheriff if he wants you underfoot to... Oh, come along.
Thanks, I will.
She's been dead for an hour.
Why did that happen to you, Annie, my wife?
Does he have to keep up that wailing?
Well, it was his wife, Sheriff.
Well, let him do his crying outside. You can't think in here. That goes for the rest of you, too.
Yeah, break it up, you all. Come on, get going.
I'll take him out. Come on, Hugo. A breath of fresh air will do you good.
You're so good to me, Louise. Oh, Annie.
Sure. Now, come along. That's a good boy.
What in blazes are you doing?
Oh, just taking a look at the body, Sheriff.
You are. Did you hear me tell everybody to get out?
Sheriff, this is Ellery Queen. His father's a New York police inspector.
Queen, yeah, I've heard of you. What's the matter? Did you smell a headline?
Do you?
As a matter of fact, yes, and I don't want any outsiders horning in. Is that clear?
You're the boss.
Then keep out of my way.
I got rid of him, Sheriff.
You're the one they call Tex, eh?
Yeah.
You're the last one that saw Amy Muller alive.
How do I know who saw her last?
Now, don't get smart, son. You're in a mighty tough spot. Come over here. Recognize this knot?
It's just a knot.
It's a special kind of a knot. About the only place you find that kind of a knot is on a cattle ranch. Colonel tells me you used to work on a cattle ranch.
That's right.
This is the knot that strangled Mrs. Muller. Now start talking, son. I suppose you got yourself an alibi for this afternoon?
No,
He was drinking over at the tavern across the road with Amy. Louise saw them going over.
That right?
Now, what's the matter? Forget so soon?
I'll handle this. Talk up, son.
Sure, we went over and had a couple, but
After about 10 minutes, why, I left.
Where'd you go?
Well, if you gotta know, I was hitting the sack.
That's a lie, Tex. The first place I looked for you was your trailer.
I was over at the cookhouse.
And I suppose nobody saw you there.
I couldn't say.
That's enough for me.
What about motive?
Huh?
Well, it's just an idea, Sheriff, but murderers usually have a motive.
Tex had plenty of motives. He and Amy was always off drinking together. Well, they probably had a lover's quarrel.
That's a lie. There was nothing between Amy and me. Oh, let go. Let go.
Break it up.
Let go.
All right.
You could have broken his arm. You don't realize how strong you are.
Oh, yes, I do. And he's going to find out.
Temper, temper.
He's lying, I tell you. All right, son. I've heard enough. Come along. Wait a minute. How do you know she was murdered? Maybe she hung herself.
Sure. She flung the rope over the ridgepole and pulled herself up.
Maybe she did.
And tied that kind of a knot? No good, Tex. I'm taking you in for murder.
Wait a minute, Sheriff. Don't you think you ought to make sure?
I warned you to keep out of this. If you don't, I'll have you thrown out.
Mr. Queen,
Oh, hello.
I've got to talk to you.
Fine. What do we talk about?
Oh, wait. Well, I heard what you were saying to the sheriff, and Tex didn't kill Amy.
Oh, how do you know?
Well, I don't know exactly, but he wouldn't do a thing like that. It's true, he's a heavy drinker, but he's not a killer.
Well, it's not always so easy to tell.
Besides, there was nothing between him and Amy.
Is Tex your boyfriend, Louise?
No, of course not. He's vulgar the way she was, but, well, I just don't like to see an innocent person in trouble.
Very commendable. But what can I do about it?
Well, you could find the real killer. I know your reputation, Mr. Queen, and you could if anyone can.
Well, thank you. Do you have any suspects to suggest?
Well, there could be dozens. Colonel Dave. He was in love with Amy.
Oh, when was that?
Oh, years ago when he was working the carnies as a strongman. But Amy was ambitious, so she teamed up with Hugo.
Uh-huh. Anything else?
Well, isn't that enough?
Well, it's not very conclusive, Louise. But if you think of anything else, let me know, huh?
All right, Mr. Queen.
Right. Wait a minute, Louise. That knot on your belt.
Knot?
Yeah. It's exactly like the one that was used in the murder. Where did you learn to tie a cowboy knot?
Tex taught me. He taught lots of people on the lot. Mr. Queen, you don't think that I
don't
had
think anything just yet, Louise.
What are you doing here?
Ah, Colonel Day.
Nobody's supposed to come in here until the coroner comes.
Oh? Then we're both in trouble, aren't we?
Now, see here, Queen. Why are you snooping around, sticking your nose into things that don't concern you?
Oh, it's just a noble impulse to see justice done, Colonel. Oh, incidentally, you seemed awfully anxious to pin this thing on Tex.
Well, I just want to get it cleared up. We're supposed to pull stakes tomorrow. If the show's held up and I blow the next town, why, I'll be ruined.
So you pin the tail on the first donkey that's handy, is that it?
Tex is the killer, and you know it.
Do I? You know, Colonel, the coroner hasn't examined the body yet. And when he does, someone's in for a nasty shock.
What do you mean?
I mean that Amy Muller wasn't strangled by that rope. She was strangled by a strong pair of hands.
What?
Pair of very strong hands, Colonel. The marks show it. You can even see the imprint of the killer's ring.
Get out of here, Queen.
Just going, Colonel. Right to the sheriff. Even he will be able to see that someone strangled Amy Muller and strung her up using that special knot to frame Tex.
Can do it. How I can go on?
It's a shame, Hugo. Colonel Day shouldn't have insisted.
Oh, no, he's right, Louise, he's right. Is this how they say in show business? The show must go on.
Oh, it's something I wanted more than anything in the world, but I can't go on, Hugo. Not tonight.
You must, Louise, you must. You are a brilliant performer. And we will have time for one rehearsal. And then Emmy would have wanted it this way.
Yes, I suppose she would.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, Mr. Queen, have you found out anything?
Louise, if you want to have the costumes ready, you must hurry.
Oh, yes.
Hey, what's all this?
Louise is going on with me tonight in place of my wife. It was Colonel Day's wish.
Hugo, will you be ready for the rehearsal?
Yes, sure. I'll meet you in the big top.
All right.
You want to see me?
Oh, yes. I thought you might want to help me.
Help you? To do what?
Well, to get the evidence on your wife's killer.
Oh, I think they arrested him already.
No, I'm not sure that they've got the right one, Hugo.
Huh?
As a matter of fact, once the coroner makes his report, they'll have to release him. Probably tonight.
If they do that, I'll strangle him with my bare hands. It was he who killed my Emmy. He must be punished.
Glad you mentioned strangling, Hugo. You knew, of course, that your wife was strangled before the rope was put around her neck.
No, I did not know.
But not in the usual way, Hugo. That's what makes this case so interesting.
Huh.
Here, let me show you.
What's this all about?
Now, this is the ordinary position of a person's hands in the act of strangling with the thumbs pointed upward, right?
Yes, what's all about?
Ah, but according to the marks on your wife's neck, the hands were reversed with the thumbs pointing downward like this.
Yeah, I don't understand you.
Well, it's simple. Someone strangled your wife reaching down at her at an almost impossible angle.
What has that to do with me?
Well, I thought you'd want to help. After all, she was your wife. Oh, and there's another thing. The killer wore a heavy ring.
Yeah,
the marks show it plainly.
But the hangings, they're all...
An obvious attempt to pin this murder on Tex. No, Hugo. Our killer wore a heavy ring. And he strangled her from above. Probably from a trapeze.
Now, I'm going to finish you.
Don't be a fool, Hugo. Don't be a fool. They'll get you for sure.
They'll never get Hugo. Hugo is too smart for them. They'll plan death and to Tex.
No, Tex is in jail. They haven't released him yet.
I can't let you live now. You're the only one who knows the truth.
Why did you kill her, Hugo?
She made my life miserable. And I'm in love with Louise. And I want to marry her.
You're a bigger fool than I thought you were. Why didn't you get a divorce?
She wouldn't let me go. She was a nobody. I made her a great artist. And she knew it. And then she called me names every day. Hey, Hugo, you are a fool. Hugo, you are getting old. And then she laughed, until I couldn't stand that laughter. And I had to shut off that laughter with my bare hands. It's going to finish you
She
now.
was like you. You are a fool. You'll go to the chair.
No. Hugo won't go to the chair. He's too smart. It's so easy, so simple.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to wait till Tex is released from jail. Then I will kill you and make believe that he was the one again.
No, you're mad, Hugo.
Hugo! Aren't you coming to rehearsal?
Louise, don't come in. I'm dressing.
Oh, all right, but hurry.
Yes. I must hurry. I have a lot to do. Hi.
Well, you know, I have the first part of the solo down right, but I'm not sure of the second catch. How does it go again?
Let me show you. Give me your hand. Hop.
It's on the count of two, isn't
Yes,
it?
and a count of two.
Now, look, Hugo, every time we go up there, we risk our necks. I'm serious about this rehearsal.
So am I, darling. So am I.
Well, let's get on with it, shall we?
Of course. It is of great importance to me. It means so much to me. It's my only chance to prove that you are a great artist.
And I hope I don't fail you, Hugo.
Go ahead, up the ladder. Perfect. Magnificent. I couldn't do it better myself.
Let's try it again, shall we?
So wait, rest a bit. Catch your breath.
Oh, I feel fine. It's wonderful to be on the high traps again.
Born for it, Luigi. It's poetry when you perform.
Thanks, Hugo.
Oh, there are so many things I could teach you, Luigi. I can make you the greatest artist in the whole world.
Paul, this act is good enough, at least for a while.
For a while, Luigi. This is our act. For life.
For life?
Of course. Do you think I could let you go now? Together we will do the greatest act that has ever been. Now that we have each other, there is nothing between us.
Hugo, I don't understand what you mean.
You pretend with me. It's all right. We'll speak about it again. Let's try the last trick once more. Hup! You all right, Louise?
Yes, what happened?
I don't know.
Are you all right up there?
Yes. What happened to the lights?
Don't worry, we've got the emergency generator on. There was a short in one of the outlets. We're searching for it now.
Oh, thank goodness it didn't happen in the middle of a catch.
No, it's all right now, Louise. Now, just once more, and then we are ready for the performance.
Hugo, there's something I've got to get straight with you.
Yes, Louise.
Well, we're partners in the act, but that's all.
Now that I am free?
Hugo!
Why are you so surprised? You love me. You feel toward me as I feel toward you.
But I don't feel anything for you except gratitude for having given me this chance.
It's not true. You love me.
Love you? What on earth gave you that idea?
Louise, you love me. You love me, Louise. Now you couldn't do that to me, Louise. You couldn't do that to me. You made me believe that you cared for me. And then now you laugh. Laugh at me, yes. Laugh till I'll shut the laugh in your throat. You can't sleep anymore. You know now that I killed Eddie, and I must finish you this thing.
Thank you, Mr. Queen.
In just a moment, we'll rejoin Ellery Queen.
This is the Dumont Television Network.